Dang, Bernie bros. Turns out Bernie's a TERF. So sorry for your loss, baby. Uh-oh. Looks like the TERFs win this round. Well, we had a good run, boys. Let's go over... Okay, I really did not want to go over a ton of news today. I know that we got that shit with the Roe v. Wade going on, right? It's about to be overturned. It's cool. It's awesome. We live in a very progressive country, the greatest country on earth, where women don't even have reproductive rights over their own fucking bodies anymore. So Bernie, the king that he is, addresses this in a tweet. He says, as the Supreme Court today hears a case on Roe v. Wade, let me be very clear. It is a woman who has the right to control her own body, not the government. If men were the ones giving birth, I doubt that this would be in question. Now, if he had tweeted this maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I mean, he would still definitely have gotten some backlash, but not nearly to the degree that he's getting. Both sides had a field day with this, and I'll just scroll through some of the comments. Of course, Shoe on Heads here. Bernie, you're 5 years behind on your activism terminology. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid they're coming now coming for you. I guess a bunch of woke scolds are mad. I don't even know how many. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of like unironic woke scolds that are getting mad at Bernie, right? It doesn't seem like it. But I do know that I think we need abortion in some cases for sure, raped, etc. But I pray Roe v. Wade is overturned. Nah, man. It needs to be codified into law, dude. Women should have a constitutional right to their own bodies. Each state is supposed to be its own state and rule itself. Okay, but then that just becomes a bunch of fucking countries, dude. We haven't had male rights here in a while. Gotta be nice to them. Anyway, point being, everybody just seems to be upset with Bernie over this. Now, the woke scolds, I imagine some of them are probably upset that he's not using proper terminology. Technically, men can give birth too. This is true, okay? Let's not take away from that. Yes, trans men can give birth. Trans men have uteruses, uteri, right? They have the stuff to do the things, to bake the baby and deliver the baby, right? But Bernie's like 100 years old, dog. Also, y'all know what the fuck he's talking about. He is not invoking any kind of language to imply that he's talking about trans people. Okay, I did scroll through the comments. They're pretty safe. We got, what about the child whose life is ended? Why doesn't the baby have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? So we got a bunch of, pro-lifers in here, obviously being upset about him. That's expected, right? That's expected. But then we got the anti-vaxxers in here as well. It's amazing that people do not think they should be told by the government to get a vaccine. However, these same people think it's okay to tell a woman. Okay, so that's actually a good one. But I've found a few that are just like, oh, I assume, Bernie, that you think the same thing about vaccines, right? If it's the woman's right, is it everyone's right to not get or not get the vaccine? There's a good one. The two do not relate as well as you are trying to make them out to. Abortion only affects the woman involved. Vaccination affects so many people. Vaccine only protects the person that received it. Not true at all, but false. If someone gets a vaccine, that means that they are far less likely to transmit whatever disease to the people around them. The vaccine only does stuff inside the receiver of it, but the receiver being vaccinated protects people around them. That is not true. I can spread the virus either vaccinated or not. How does that protect people? If you can spread it, it's still dangerous. Mega mind, dude. Fucking mega mind. Crazy how smart some of these people are. They're like 5 steps ahead of the doctors, you know what I mean? Always thinking ahead. It's good. Abortions are contagious. This is true. Love is finishing each other's sentences. That's beautiful. Good picture. Who is that, Alex? You know those guys? They look like a cute couple. Question, what is that? Oh, thank you. Question, are you pro-vaccine mandate or against? Based upon this, I'd say against. If pro, then your argument fails. I hate it here. Men carried pregnancies, abortion would be done at Jiffy Lube for $14.99. That's literally true. Anyway, you get it. Like I think most of them are anti-vax, but then you have people like this. I don't even know how many of these are like. So this woman saying it's suspiciously turfy. I don't know if she's being, I don't know if she's memeing or not. It's really hard to tell with a lot of these. I know that a couple of them are. Yeah, no. So the whole thing is like people think it's turfy or whatever because he's saying that like he's supposedly saying that only women can give birth, when of course there's trans men who can give birth as well. And if you were to nail Bernie down on this and explain that to him, I'm sure he'd be like, well, yes, of course, trans men can give birth as well. That is not what I meant by this tweet, right? He's fucking 100 years old, dog. Okay? The fact that he's even doing half of the shit that he's doing is nuts. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you are on the left and you are, like, getting on his ass for this, I'm sorry, man. You are lost in the sauce. Conservatives and woke schools are having a field day with a harmless tweet. Men can give birth. Quit being transphobic. We're not in the year 2014 anymore. Get with the times. I'm pretty sure Joseph Ross is a... Yeah, see, Joseph Ross 1776. Come on, that's a troll. I looked at his profile too. Men give birth, this wouldn't be an issue. Just lol. This is all they got? It's why the left immediately shifts into gender realism the moment abortion comes up. I mean, is it wrong though? Like, men can have babies, dumbass. That's what we have been told. So like, most of these, I think 9 out of 10 of these that are saying men can have babies, actually, they've got to be right-wingers. They have to be. That are making troll posts. Like, they have to be. Control your body, indeed. Just start earlier in the process, i.e. before it comes to aborting a child. Fuck you, dude. Why don't you start before, like, even the semen comes out of the dick? Okay, keep it in the dick, okay? If you do not retain semen, you are wasting seed. You're wasting half of the genetic material required to create a baby. So basically, you're doing a half murder. You understand that? That's 21 of the 42 chromosomes, man. It's fucked up. Pretty fucked up. Oh, that times like thousands, by the way. Because every time you ejaculate, you know, there go all the babies. Control your body. Also, conservatives lower the age of consent. Oh no. I don't think that's every conservative. That's more of a libertarian thing. Coming is murder. That's true. The man's child inside that womb abortion is not just a woman issue. Shut the fuck up. I mean, it's not just a woman issue. That's correct. I think that the man who helped to create the fetus should have like... They should have a discussion, but ultimately, you know, it's the woman's body. She has dominion over her own fucking body, you know? Bernie destroys the people with vaginas argument. Stupid. I think the worst part of this, though, the worst part of this is the TERFs coming out of the woodworks. And I did go through these people's profiles in case you're not sure. Yes, they are TERFs. Biological sex and the means to control women's bodies. Thanks for acknowledging Roe v. Wade is about women's reproductive system and women as a sex class. So stupid. I hate it so much, dude. Bernie knows only women can be pregnant. Only women can give birth. Only women get abortions. It's all Bernie's fault. It's all Bernie's fault, dude. All of it. Everything that's wrong with your life, it's Bernie's fault. You can trace it all back. Bernie still understands biology. Maybe he could have a word with AOC. Yeah, AOC's younger and understands that trans men can give birth because they're biologically female. Megan people are tired of women. Bernie did say that. Welcome to the quote tweets. You know what that means. He's not trying to delegitimize trans men. If anyone's earned some slack on phrasing, it's Bernie Sanders. There's so many better fights to get into. This is a bad one. I mean, this is the take, right? First of all, once again, 9 out of 10 of those posts, I guarantee you they're trolls. I guarantee you, okay? They have to be. They're all just like getting on his ass because they saw an opening and took it. And then a bunch of those are also just TERFs who are like, oh, he's one of us. He's a TERF, right? Which is literally what one of them even said. Dang, Bernie bros, turns out Bernie's a TERF. So sorry for your loss, baby. Uh-oh. Looks like the TERFs win this round. Well, we had a good run, boys. It's just so stupid. What is woman? True. He'll cave in. It's a men's demands movement and the men won't let it go. Oh my god. Imagine being a TERF and thinking like you're this amazing left-wing progressive person and then unironically thinking that like it's a male psyop that people who are born male transition to be women. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to invade womanhood. Imagine the mental gymnastics you have to go through to get to that point. Bernie canceled. This is great. Dude, when the fuck hasn't Bernie been canceled though? Like the establishment fucking hates him. They always have. Always. He's always been a threat to their power. He actually cares about people. And if there's one thing the establishment does not want, it's people in office who actually give a fuck. All right. As I said, that was pretty much the only thing that I really wanted to go over. I didn't want to get too much into the Roe v. Wade thing right now. It sucks. It sucks real bad.